Hey everyone, Emily here and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be trying out a recipe that I have been super curious to make. And this is one you have to make when it's super cold out. Essentially, you can turn your Kitchenaid mixer or really any stand mixer into an ice cream maker if you just put it outside in the middle of winter. And it seems like a super easy recipe to make. Today, it is super cold out, so the perfect opportunity to take advantage of this and give this recipe a try. Let's see how it comes out. We're gonna start off with a pretty standard ice cream recipe. I just went and found one online. You could probably do whatever recipe you choose for an ice cream maker and just apply it to this method. I have a cold bowl to start off with. I just took my stand mixer bowl, stuck it outside for a few minutes, and it's already super frosty. So we're gonna start off by adding in 2 cups of heavy cream. To that, I'm going to add in 1 cup of whole milk. This recipe does suggest that you use whole milk. It does say you can use any other type that you might prefer, so 2% or skim, but you may wind up with a little bit of an icier texture. Then I'm going to sweeten it up with a 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. This recipe calls for anywhere between a 1/2 cup to 3/4 of a cup, or you can sweeten it to your taste. And finally, I am making a vanilla ice cream, so I'll be adding in 1 tablespoon of a good vanilla. And if you wanted to get really fancy with it, you could probably add in some vanilla bean. I just don't have any. I'll go ahead and mix this together to just start incorporating the sugar into that mixture. And then we're going to stick this on our stand mixer and put it outside. So it is about 15 degrees out and windy, so super cold. So I'm gonna go ahead, take my ice cream mixture and just lock it into the base here. And I'm gonna use this type of paddle attachment because it's a little bit more heavy duty, and once this starts thickening up, it won't have any trouble kind of churning through the ice cream. So I'll put it down here and lock it into place. And now, just gonna put it onto a low speed and let this churn outside for probably 15 to 20 minutes or until this reaches a nice soft serve consistency. Let's see how long it takes. I just kind of assumed that since it's so cold out that it would take a lot less time than in a regular ice cream maker, but I was wrong. It's been about 20 minutes and it's still liquid, but getting a little bit thicker. It's still very cold. So we're gonna give it some more time and I'll update you when it's done. This took way longer than I expected, more like 2.5 hours outside, but you're not really doing anything during that time. Your mixer is just sitting outside going. So it's really not a hard process to do, and it might go even faster if you are even colder outside. So there's kind of a plus to some of that really cold winter weather. So now that we kind of have that soft serve consistency, I'm gonna scoop it out into a freezer container so that we can let it finish setting up in the freezer. So I have my container here and has a lid for it. So I'm going to scoop all of this ice cream right into the container. And if you wanted to do any mix-ins, now would be a really good time to add those. But I'm just going to keep it as plain vanilla. So I'll just pop my lid onto it here, let this sit in the freezer for 30 minutes to an hour, and then we'll give this a try. This has had some time to set up in the freezer, so we're gonna give this a scoop and see how it came out. Here is a little closer view of how this is looking, and I think it looks like it came out really good. And the extra time in the freezer definitely made a difference. So let's see how it tastes. It's really good. Now, I know there are probably slightly quicker ways to make this, and that Kitchenaid does actually make a little ice cream bowl attachment that probably would make this a lot faster, but it definitely works just sticking your mixer outside when it's really cold out, and then you don't have to buy any extra equipment. And this is definitely kind of a fun way to take advantage of the cold weather. I would definitely make it again. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell icon so you can get notified every time I post. As always, you can find the full recipe to this down in the description box below, along with links to all my social media pages so you can follow along for more cooking content. Hope to see you back here next time.